Hey everyone, this is Sienna Marquez, and I'm here today to give a friendly little presentation on what skills are needed to survive in college and in the outside world. The first skill topic, organization, is the most desired but difficult skill to manage. I'm pretty sure you may have even noticed, at least once in your lifetime, of hearing someone complaining about the amount of homework that needs to be done, or that it's hard to find something in a cluttered area. The reason why organizing is important is that our lives are always busy between work and loved ones, and that learning this skill will make life easier to handle. After all, college requires focus, and being organized would also mean less mental distraction for both inside and outside the classroom. As I was doing research online, I noticed that there was a pattern of how stress was going up as the years went by. There is even current data suggesting that jobs and academics have received the highest rank of being claimed as the cause of people's stress and anxiety. From data shown on Healthline.com, Dr. Greg Henriquez of Madison University has claimed that there is a significant increase of mental stress that is academically related in young adults. The rate ranged from 10 to 15% in the mid 1980s, but today the number is anywhere between 33 to 40%. Organization is also an important skill for giving off a good impression to other people. From the Odd Couple story, the type of mess left by Oscar, which composed of dirty dishes, rotting food, and scattered mail, suggested that he was a lax but irresponsible person that could leave things to the point of regretting them later. This scenario could apply to a background check if one was preparing for a job application or a promotion. In truth, there is really no right way to stay organized, as simple methods of color coding and storage adapt to different needs. What really matters is how these existing methods can be used in locating important papers or keeping track of upcoming dates. Going off on that topic, flexibility is a little more diverse than organizing because one also has to be concerned on the needs of others. At some point in the working world, there's going to be a job assignment that requires group work. The same applies to school assignments as well, which means that it would be important to know how to set up dates that set up time between yourself and others. It's also a skill that would make one adjust to any surprises that come along the way and make up for any procrastination. On a TED talk by Tim Urban, there's an idea of different types of procrastination based on motivation, and that procrastination exists in everyone, in a sense. The thought of laying off something will never go away, but making the plan and effort to work later would help ease some regret. Clear glass marbles is another example to show that this skill could also teach how to cope at anything unfortunate. The narrator, Lori, faced the fact that her mother was dying but could not bear to let go of the memory of her presence. Lori knew that death would come eventually, but she had to learn to accept it no matter what happens, as her mother spent the final days of her life being away from everyone. There's really no telling of what can happen, but the best thing to do is to make a plan, make sacrifices, and keep an optimistic attitude. I personally recommend of using a planner, but keeping breaks in between is also a healthy habit to live by. Having communication skills is the best way for writing, speaking, or understanding other people's ideas. In college, it is a skill best used not only to understand the teacher's instruction, but to further understand classmates with assignments or planned outings. I see that the best way of developing the skill is by speaking up and trying out new things, which could be public speaking or simply writing a letter. The employment world is actually very similar. Employers are always looking for people that can interpret others and express their own thoughts clearly. Being able to communicate can even allow one to show their own ideas to different people. It is because of this skill that people around the world can create trust between each other. Who knows, with this skill, you might even make a new friend. So that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this podcast.